Hey y'all, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast, where live music and great stories take center stage. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Teton Guitars. Whether you're picking tunes around a campfire or taking the stage at your favorite honky tonk, Teton Guitars delivers rich, soulful sound built for the journey. Learn more at tetonguitars.com. Now let's dive into some music and memories. All right. Hey, music lovers, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast. I'm your host, Byron Duffin, and I am here in Chalice, Idaho with my friend Django Walker.
We are way up here, aren't we?
Man, this is so cool because, last year when we rolled into town, we had done 2 podcast episodes. We have now done 135. And we have been...
Congratulations.
Thank you. And this has been so cool because it all started here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but we rolled into town last year and I'd reached out to you, but I didn't have a phone number.
Yes.
And I got to town and I'm like, how are we going to find Django? Because he agreed to do a podcast episode. And trust me, it's not easy to wrangle everybody that says they're going to sit down.
No,
we missed BJ the other night.
Herding cats.
Yeah, it's hugely herding cats. We've seen you a lot because there's a golf course right here. And this is your jam, right?
This is my little spot, my little honey hole.
And so, but last year we rolled into the Roadhouse and Django Walker is sitting on the picnic table having a visit with Andy. And I rolled up, introduced myself, and I said, man, how were we ever going to find it? I said, you said to your manager, how are we ever going to find that guy? And you go, hey, it's a little town, we'll see. It wasn't 5 minutes, and we found each other.
That's the thing I love about this is that there's nowhere to hide, and you're going to find each other no matter what, It's good stuff.
Yeah, this is such good stuff. And the Browns just outdid themselves this year with their lineup.
It's every year. There's never a slack in this lineup at all. There's never a filler or a...
Well, you wondered, is it ever going to... How are they going to improve on it? But they seem to.
The beauty of music is there's a lot of it out there.
Oh, my gosh.
That, you can pull from and... I think they do a good job too of bringing back the people that have done well. After 3 or 4 years, they'll bring back some people.
Well, you're a standby. You're a standard. You and Cody Canada, and there's a few that aren't here, like Randy, and a handful of guys that and Wade that don't come every year. But Cody's coming every year, come hell or high water. You saw him stand on stage and shake hands with Muzzy, right?
Yeah.
We'll be back next year.
It's a beautiful thing. I've said the same thing. I don't expect to come back.
Sure.
Because they can get anyone they want and rightly so.
Yeah.
But every February it seems to get the call, and so I'm very appreciative, and I just say, if you want me, I'm here.
And we've talked about this. So I love your set because they call it Django and Friends, and you never know who your friends are going to be because the Browns are going to pick your friends. But I'm sure you become longtime friends afterwards, right?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty, and they know and I know that we're going to get along and we're going to love the music.
Right.
So that's what could go wrong with that.
Right. Well, like last year, though, you brought in Juliana Rankin, and she was a friend before you got here. One of the few, right, that they didn't tell you she's going to be your friend. Yep. But now we love that girl.
She's amazing.
We interviewed her inside Green Hall.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, brother. We came down there and I reached out to you when you were there because we were, but because of Jerry Jeff's sangria wine.
Yeah.
What a great product,
Thank
right?
You,
and that's so cool.
I'm really enjoying that.
So, but we got down there and we reached out so we interviewed Jade Marie and Juliana and a kid named Ryder Grimes. You know Ryder?
I don't know. Ryder.
He's from up north. He's had like 3 number ones on Texas radio, but good kid. But he was in the area, so we interviewed 3 people, 3 of those artists inside Green Hall, which is, such an iconic place, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you had invited me to come to your dad's show. That you do your deal in December, right? And you had invited me to come back because I'd never seen a show, and we actually got to see Cody while we were there, and Jack Ingram.
Oh, great.
And then I was planning on coming back in December, but we got to Vegas. Shanda does the NFR and has for 18 years. And I had 4 interviews set up, and I was kind of planning on sneaking away and coming down on that Saturday. And I ended up doing 18 interviews in Vegas.
That's awesome.
I got to interview Corb.
Yeah.
Got to interview Chancey Williams. Got to interview some Texas artists. So many I can't remember.
Everybody's up there during that 2 weeks. So,
but it was such a cool deal. So one of these days, and it sucks because it's
you do your show about that time, and I would love to.
Yeah,
catch
it's
that
always
show.
the first weekend of December, which is, I think, the first week of NFR.
Yes, usually. It's always NFR starts Thursday.
Yeah,
the first week's always the first Thursday.
Yeah, because I usually, if I do anything, have to tell them I have to fly out. Like that.
Have you come up to Vegas to the NFR?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably three or four times.
Yeah, Rio was up there.
Yep.
Rio comes up.
Yeah, Rio kind of does.
We actually just saw Rio and Jade Marie at the Saints weekend in Stanley about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we went up to that.
Oh, cool.
So, we have almost lived on the road since we saw you last year, because we call it Musical Miles for a reason.
That's
man.
it,
We've
man.
done them all in person.
And I'm happy for y'all that you've got that many interviews done, and
it's been so cool.
You're doing it.
But in fact, we got on July 3rd, old Mr. Lyle Lovett was in town, and I've known Lyle for 25 years, but not got to interview him yet.
Yeah.
But I know he's kind of a standard at Green Hall, and
absolutely.
And he's agreed to an interview, but he says, Byron, next time you come to Texas, call me and I'll sit down with you. Just not when he's touring. And it's hard to pin these guys down.
Yeah, and it's hard, like on the touring side, like especially with Lyle, because it's a big band show and all that stuff. Like the day-to-day routine. It doesn't like to get messed up.
Yeah, loaded and set up and all that.
Yeah, but you got to, if he's got 2 hours, he wants those 2 hours to take photos or do whatever Lyle wants to do at his time. And so it's hard to always be like.
But, he's always been so gracious with us. He invites us backstage and we get to hang out and visit for a minute. And so, and I got him to sign the guitar. And so.
That's great.
Anyway, he's such a cool guy.
Yeah, and he'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we will.
He's a man of his word.
And when we were in there in October, we thought we were going to get an interview with Walt Wilkins. Walt agreed to it, and then we just ran out of time. There's never enough time.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So, you guys get pulled. You get pulled a lot. I'm sure somebody's wanting to talk to you now.
You can bring it.
Yeah, bring it.
Is that a dag?
That's your hot dog.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, just bring them and I'll.
Yeah,
I'll
don't be scared.
Yeah.
But
this makes it all natural.
We won't keep you too long, because this is always fun to get to visit with you, and you're always so gracious. So.
Well, we were talking about the new album, and I was saying that I'm just gonna try and buck the system.
Right.
I'm done with. I understand what Spotify and Apple Music do for getting you in front of more people, but it's just I'm done with this thing of it doesn't change the fact that it still costs me $25,000 to make a record. I have to put in the time and the songs and the thing, and then we give it away to people for free.
Right.
Hoping that they'll come out and see us. And that's not anywhere in the world that does that. No business model does that, and we're allowed to just go yeah, sure.
I will tell you another one. My dad I grew up on a farm. My dad said, the farmer's the only guy I know in the world. And that kid I just interviewed is a farmer from Missouri.
Okay.
The only industry in the world where we put our blood, guts, and feathers into this deal. We work our ass all year long, and we get the crop done, we harvest it, and then we go, what will you give us for it?
Right.
There's some reality, some comparison.
And so for me, it's I'm starting a subscription-based fan club.
Okay.
And you only get my music on there. I'm pulling it off of Spotify. I'm pulling it off of everywhere.
Really?
And going look, let's do this thing where you support artists. And you go back to buying, it's pretty much like buying a record. That's what you used to do, and that's how you supported the artist, was you paid $15, you got a record, you listened to it a billion times, and I'm that's what it needs to be. And what I can do with that money is support myself.
Right.
Which is necessary to me keeping making music.
I love that, because that whole concept, nobody's ever said that to me, because we've learned a lot in the last year. We knew this much, and we now know this much.
Yeah.
But we've been to Nashville. We've interviewed some big time producers. We've interviewed some big time songwriters, and it's been a real learning curve for us. But no one's had an answer to the problem until now.
I'm just gonna,
I love it.
Like I said, I don't need. We go with these numbers. You need 5,000 people at your shows. You need 2,500 people, whatever, 500. I need 600 people a month to believe in me.
Django, I pay $9.95 a month. Now, I have for Spotify, right? But I have unlimited music, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? I can't even get ahead of them at $9.95 a month. I can't.
No.
Because they pay such a pittance to the artist, right? And to the songwriters.
Yes.
And the songwriters are now having to tour to make a living.
Yes, and that's fine and everything, but the touring the touring was your money that you lived on. Now the money has got to go to videographers and then to make a record. So like our touring money, yes, we have to tour more, and yes, we're making money while we're touring.
Sure.
But it's being diminished by no return from another side. So it's just like literally we're walking out there, we're running a marathon with one leg.
Yes.
And it's like, it's not on our, it's like somebody taped our leg up and was like, go run that marathon now. And you're like, no, everybody else is running with two legs.
Right.
That's all we want. We want the other leg to go like, look, I want to do a thing where it's like, cool, yeah, I'm going to go in and make this music because I want to make it and I enjoy making it. I'm going to send it to you. You're going to pay me to do it. I'm also going to send, I have Jeff Walker signed stuff all over my place that he left.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know who I want to give it to?
To the people.
Those people.
That support you.
Not just anybody.
Right.
Not a thing.
Well,
I have unreleased music of my dad's. I'm like, good, then I'll give it to the people that want to hear it, that are helping me out, that are giving me the ability to go like, because at this point, I'm like, I don't even know if I want 10,000 people to like my songs anymore. What I would love more is 2,500 people that are supporting me to like my songs. Then I'd be happy, and I could go to other people and go, hey, by the way, I'm making $5,000 a month from these people, and what I'm doing with it is making more music. I'm able to make content. I'm able to do all these things that I want to be able to do together.
And you're sharing, and you have this is what I love. You have the possibility to share with us Jeff music that we've never heard, 100%. Right? And that we all love, right? Or
meet and greets, like things that everybody wants to do them, and you're like, I don't necessarily enjoy doing them. I appreciate that people want to come and do them or whatever, and I appreciate that they're into my music. But if someone was paying me, I'd go to dang dinner with them.
Sure.
And be like, cool, let's go do dinner together. Well, you're my people.
Well, in given that opportunity, if you've got a following of 2,500 or 5,000 people, and you go, look, I'm going to tell you something. Once a month, I'm going to do a Django Walker come to your house. Not a huge deal, but I'm going to bring my guitar.
Yes.
You're going to cook us a steak. You and 20 or 50 friends, whatever. I don't give a shit. And then I'm going to come and do that. And you guys pay me some tips, but
you don't even have to pay me tips.
I guess you're already paying for the subscription and following.
100%. Right? It's like, hey, we'll draw a name out of a hat, but we're going to get it to where. And I just said, I just want to do that. And I think if we can start understanding that concept and appreciating it, and everybody that's out there in this crazy, humongous world, can just go, let me find my two artists and let me pay them.
Sure.
And we don't need a lot of it. And then what'll happen is these artists are going to go get the F off of Spotify, and then finally we'll hit their pocket, and then we can talk to them about being like, okay, now that you're hurting in your world, you can now come to us and say, let's do a fair rate then.
Right.
Because we don't need you. And that's been my goal of this whole entire thing, was to go, I just want to get it to a point of going, you do need us.
Well, you made the comment last year when we interviewed you. You said, look, in order to release a new album, you got to make a TikTok. And you don't want to do all that.
No.
You just want to make music.
I will. Once again, I get people asking me for cameos, thing for the Texas Longhorn song, their daughter's wedding, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I'm like, you know who I would love to do that for? Go sign up to my subscription, and then I'll do it for you. I'll make you, you want me to sing Mr. Bojangles for your daughter's wedding or whatever, it's their song? Good. Then if you're supporting me, I will do it with a smile on my face, whistling Dixie.
Absolutely.
But other than that, where's this?
What's in it for me?
How are we helping each other?
This is a little bit. I can relate a little bit. Now, I've only been doing this for a year. You've been doing this for 40, right? You've been doing this your whole life. You're only in your 40s, but the point is, and I'm telling you, I've quoted you a lot. You've told that story about how your dad told you, look, if you don't love this, don't do it, because people are going to be talking in the background. It's loud, it's obnoxious. They're not paying attention to what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
They don't care, and they don't care about the songs the way you care about them.
Yeah.
So if you can't do it because you love it, then don't do it, right? And then not only that, just the simple fact that it's almost like a dog and pony show everywhere you go, right? Letting people, what's in it for you? We're in the same boat. We've been doing this podcast for 1 year. 1 year, and in 1 year, you know how much money we've made off this podcast? $0. And we have driven from Texas to Oklahoma to everywhere. And you know why we do it? Because we love the music.
Right.
And we want to help, but I see what you're doing, and I've thought a lot about. So are you going to do it through Patreon?
No, I'm doing it. I'm building my own platform.
Okay. So
I want to give that. I'm going to give that away. Like I talked with William Beckman. I've talked with all these artists and been like, man, we've got to just what
you got to take control back.
And if you have, cut it off of whatever number you're happy with. If you're William Beckman and you're a little bigger, and you don't want to do 3,000 people because it's too stressful, then cut it off at 1,000. But with that money, all you've got to do is get them to a meet and greet, maybe do a backyard concert for them once a year.
Sure.
Just go above and beyond. I said custom merchandise.
Yeah.
With the money you're making, if let's say, if it's like I say, if it's 500 people at $9 a month.
Yeah.
That's $4,500.
Right.
With that amount of money, what you can do is amazing. I could make an entire record in 3 months.
Sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But if I can also be like, hey, you know what? This month I found a new cool merch design thing. I'm going to make it, and I'm just going to send it to them.
But it's only available for you, only my followers.
500 people get these shirts, and you could wear them around, and you could have a blast. Hey, by the way, I'm going to make some custom Jerry Jeff stuff because I own the trademark for his logo. Hey, I'm just going to send it to you guys.
There you go.
And I have the ability to do it, and I would love to do it because I have $4,500 to pay for the
Well, and then
not
only that, you can, same deal, you can really, really do a lot of marketing with Jerry Jeff's Sangria wine. I mean, you 100%. Go, hey, let me send you a couple cans of Sangria
100%.
wine. And it doesn't cost you hardly anything, and it gets that brand out there because that's a great product, and people just need to know about it.
It's just like, let's do this thing where, like, once again, you're I've always said this too, of like a friggin' Subway sub. This burger and this hot dog just cost me $16.
Sure.
And it will give me about 4 hours worth of enjoyment.
Sure.
And then it goes away.
Right.
I'm asking you for a lifetime of enjoyment. You play these songs, like I say, the Texas Longhorn song plays at every tailgate. It plays at everything. I mean, something about a boat's played on every boat all over the place, and I've heard it from people, and I'm like, cool. So I gave you this thing for free.
Right.
That has brought you years of joy.
Absolutely.
How is that right? Like, there's nothing.
No, I agree. I think you're onto something. Because we're trying to figure out how to monetize this.
And like I tell people this, I'm like, and you've got subscriptions all over the place. You pay $3.99 for the New York Times. You pay $5.99 for a makeup box. You pay $6.99 for a dog toy thing that gets delivered, so your dog's got toys every month.
A new toy every month.
How do you not do that for music? How is it? And people are fooled. That's the problem. Is that they're getting the wool pulled over their eyes.
We're conditioned.
They think we're getting paid because they're paying $19 a month or $15 a month to Spotify for an unlimited subscription. They go, I am paying for you for your music. No, you're not.
No,
you're paying Spotify.
It's paying Spotify, and
Spotify not have ads.
And Spotify's paying you 0.0032 cents per stream.
Oh, if we're that lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
let's put it this way. My Texas Longhorn song is my most played song.
Oh, yeah.
It is 1.8 million spins. That is over 13 years. Do you know how much money I've been paid for that song in 13 years?
It's what?
$13,000.
$13,000.
Over 13 years of 1.8 million plays and people's enjoyment. That is $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
And this song, I played it in the stadium to 100,000 people.
And they all should have given you $1 as they walked out.
Yeah, then I'd have $100,000. Right. And I'd be very happy.
Yeah.
We call it a deal if they just put $1 in.
Next time they ask you to do that, you tell them set the buckets out.
It's like, no, let's get this discrepancy back to, and I don't need a ton of you. I understand there's 1 billion people on that platform, and you have the chance to be heard by all of them, and that'll take your touring numbers up. Cool, don't care.
Yeah.
I want 500 people a month that care about my music, and I will make it and create it and send it, and we will go have a time of our life. That's what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to do moving forward. And I might start with 10 people, and I'm making $90 a month, but at least I'll have a
But
thing.
guess what? Next month you make 180, and the next month
100%.
it's just going to go.
When I send those 10 people the 1981 unheard concert of my father in San Jose, California, they're going to go tell their friends, and then the only way they're going to get it is to come to this thing.
Django. All you got to do is, as soon as that platform's ready to launch, you let us know. We'll share it immediately.
Thank you. 100%. Well,
yeah, to me it's a no-brainer because we're in the same boat. We've had 500,000 views since the first of the year.
Right.
That's a lot in my book, right?
Yeah.
Try and get somebody to sponsor this podcast. It's no different than trying to get somebody to buy your music, right?
Yeah.
So we're in the same boat. Now you've really got me thinking. You know, we have probably between all our social media, we're somewhere in the 7,000 followers and viewers, right?
Yes.
Subscribers on YouTube. We're here at the BBR. I'm giving away the guitar you signed last year, okay?
Yeah.
And we're telling everybody here every morning we're making a post and going, hey, go sign up for that guitar. It's not happening. I don't know why, because I'm trying to get more followers.
Yeah.
I don't know what it takes, but I mean, I got a guitar with Django Walker, Cody Canada, Jeff Crosby, a shit ton of big time, even Nashville songwriters, Bryce Long, Marla Cannon Goodman. I mean, I got some great songwriters on there, James Dean Hicks, and there's probably 30 of them. And all you got to do is go in and say guitar, and then go share this with everybody.
Yeah.
And it amazes me.
Yeah.
I got a stack of hats over there. Before you leave here, you're getting a free cap. I'm going to give you a cap. But I told everybody, I said, hey, come down here and say hello. Just say hello, and I'll give you a cap. And we got a lot of people coming and saying hello, but they're not going, hey, I saw you're giving away caps. Can I get a cap?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just crazy. It's just weird to me how people. But you know what we're doing? What I found with not only the podcast, even the music, we're all competing for the same set of ears, right? We only have so much time in a day and how much stuff we can listen to. And what do we listen to? We've seen over 400 artists since last year here.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't interviewed all of them, but we've seen them and we've listened to their music, and then we try and listen and become fans, right? That's a lot.
Yeah.
So our deal's a little different than the average person, but we're competing with those same people that want to listen. But I'm with you. There are 500 people out there who would pay $9.95 a month to listen to Django Walker.
I believe it, and especially when it comes to like what you can offer and what you give. You know, it's like I say, it's gonna be it's a dance. We're giving, and you know, you're supporting me. I said. Like, I talked to some of my friends in Texas that are, you know, some of them are pretty well off and stuff, and I'm like, I'm asking you for $140 a year, whatever it works. I don't know the exact number or whatever. 12 months.
Yeah.
It's not even that much.
Yeah, it's 130.
$9 a month.
120.
Oh, $10 a month is 120.
120 bucks.
I'm like, I'm asking for $120 a month. A year.
You're right.
Would you do that? And I'm like, it's insane to think about. So you get like, I would hope there's 500 people that would be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to pay him for a year, and let's just see what I get. And then it's up to me.
They're spending more than that on coffee from Starbucks.
100% in a week. Yes. And I'm saying, let me give it to you, and then let me flood you with a record. I mean, the first thing I'm going to do when this thing starts up is
release.
Send it to them and be like, and then you go show it to your friends. You show them how cool this record is. And then we'll just start building up something between us.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a little thing. And like I say, if I get to a point where it's like there's 1,000 people and I'm making $10,000 a month, but what I'm going to do with it is just be like, well, why is Django not playing out more? I'll be like, because I have this.
Well, and let's go do a new album.
Yes.
But Django, I will tell you this: there's no replacing a live music experience, and so I hope and pray you'll.
No, I won't.
You're still going to go.
No,
you're going to do your dad's
what
show.
What it's going to be is going to change the landscape of live shows too, because then it's going to be like, I'll know where people are. I'll go to Houston and play because I know that 500 of my fans or 200 of them live in Houston.
But here's something the guy needs to think about in the same regard is that those guys, you do your dad's show in December every year, first weekend of December.
Yeah.
So you go, look, Django fans, kind of like the parrot heads of the Buffets. I don't know what you're going to call this, right?
Yeah.
Djangoites. I don't care, whatever it is, whatever they
Django Unchained.
Django Unchained. If you're one of my people, the tickets to my show, to my dad's show, are $20, but if you're one of my, or $30, but if you're one of my people, it's 10.
1,000,000,000%. I mean, Belize sold out in 13 days.
Is Belize sold out for 26 already?
No, we haven't even talked about 26.
Well, I just saw you posted. I saw a post about Belize on 26.
Yeah,
you got
that's my
dates.
team. That's my team. Yeah. Just doing their thing.
So what do you do? What is the Belize cost? What do you do with that Belize deal typically?
What do you mean?
I mean, how's that set up? Do they? I mean, it's just the tickets for the event,
and you buy a laminate, and you get into all the shows.
You get in all the shows, but then you got to figure out where you're going to stay and okay.
Because we like my dad was right and mom about doing this thing about being like, look, we don't care if you fly a private jet, ride a donkey down there.
Hard to get there on a donkey.
Yeah. But if you wanted to, we don't care. And if you want to stay at the Ritz-Carlton or you want to stay at a hammock on the beach,
sure,
it's your vacation. You spend it how you want to.
Sure.
We're just going to give you the music and the place and
a reason to come.
Yeah,
love it. And how many is 3 days?
It's 7 days.
7 days.
And music is 5.
Okay.
Of the 7.
Okay.
And there's this year's 7 artists, usually 8.
Yeah.
We went a little big on our artists, so we kind of our budget went.
Oh, sure.
Because we got me and Pat, and Jack.
Is Pat coming and Jack?
Yeah, and Reckless.
Oh my God! Hey, Shanda, you hear that, right? We've never been to Belize, right?
But what I'm say, that sold out in 13 days. I now, if this fan club thing starts going, I'm 100% going to be like, you get first pick, because it's going to be this way every year now.
How many lanyards you sell?
250.
250, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. And we won't do any more. And the bar can't. So the bar legally can only hold 250 people. So I've been like, it's great. And I want it to be the coolest boutique little festival where you're going to see, like I talked to Hayes about doing it maybe next year.
Yeah.
Talked to Randy, talked to Wade. And I'm like, that's what I want it to be, though. I want it to be like 7, 8 really, really great artists.
Right.
And you pay a little bit on it. But like, end of the day, you pay that to go to Mile Zero or any of those things too, because this ain't no VIP. It's just a festival.
Right.
There's open seating and you just go and hang out.
Right.
But once again, it goes back to I will absolutely sell to those people first. And if it sells out just to my fan club,
oh, well.
Great.
Yeah.
And you'll have to sign up. And
so now next year they're going to go, shit, I better get on Django's deal or I'm going to not get to go.
And the only way that I would grow that festival is if I had enough fans that were so angry that they didn't go. Then I'd be like, okay, fine. Then there's 400 of y'all on there, and every 400 of y'all wants to go. Then I'll move it to 400, and I'll find a new venue. But I'm only going to do it because of y'all.
Or do it twice a year. Do it in Belize and do it in Sun Valley, Idaho. Do it in wherever.
Yeah. So
I love it. I think you're on. I think you're onto something. You're going to make me. I'm going to do a lot of thinking about how to market this better because if I only have 400 people listening to my podcast, I have 3,000 now. If I got 10% of them on board to start and just
say like, hey man, I know you know this is a we believe in each other thing.
Yeah.
Let me, with that money, who knows what I can do? Like just saying like look, I can just reinvest it back into here, which you probably do. But saying like, look, let me just, if y'all support me, then maybe with that money I can.
Well, I can go to Belize to Django's deal.
I can fly to Lyle somewhere that he needs me to. So you're saying, hey, look, let's see if the content gets better for you. Let's see if the thing gets better if you support it. And like I say, you're asking someone for a year. You're just like, give me a year.
Yeah.
And if it's not cool, if you're not having a blast, then you don't have to renew.
Listen, I don't know anywhere. Honest to God, I've done my. Do you know that we're in the top 1% of all podcasts ever?
Yeah.
With 130, over 100 episodes posted in the first year. No other podcasts do that.
Yeah.
No one's had that much content.
Yeah.
Now, could I have had better? We've taken on some younger unknowns, which but I want to share the Django Walker stories because the Jerry Jeff stories that are behind Django and the Hoyt Axton story, the broccoli M&M story. I've told that thing so many times, it's hilarious. And people I go, you got to go listen to this episode because this is real life, right? And you're never going to hear those stories unless you listen to my podcast,
right?
Or they know you,
and you're going to get some enjoyment out of it.
I've got a million miles of enjoyment out of it,
and they should too, and that's what keeps them coming back. And that's what I thought. Like, I'm like, man, if I'm just out here writing songs and living life and doing this thing, and I'm just throwing these songs to people for nothing, it's like,
we gotta quit doing stuff for free. Honest to God,
especially when it's our job.
Yeah,
and like that's and when it was never that way. Like, yes, my dad never wrote a song to make money. He didn't. But when it became a business, my mother made sure that it was that way. But also, he did make money, so it made a living in the fact of that he was like, I'll just put this music, I'm going to put a CD out, see if anybody likes it. Well, they did. It was Viva Terlingua. And it's,
my God, yeah.
But it was selling for $15. And yes, once again, people have to like it, and the same deal. But it was making money and
but Django, I grew up in that era, and in order for me to, because I fell in love with Jerry Jeff and Mr. Bojangles, I had to buy the whole damn record, or this, not even the CD, the record, the vinyl, to get that song. Now it gives you a reason to become a fan, right, of the music. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the releasing singles like they do now, and I know that Mickey and Gary, they just released a new album, and when they release an album, they release the whole thing, right? They don't like to do the singles and the EPs and all, which is great, but because people want the whole thing, but once again, we're competing for people's attention.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm paying Django $9.95 a month, and your new album comes out, I'm sitting my ass down and I'm listening to the whole thing because I'm paying for it, right?
Yeah, and like I say, you still probably have to play the game a little bit, but at the end of the day, you're going to. Because you probably still have to kind of put something out for everybody, because not everybody's going to sign up. But you're like, okay, I'm not going to give you my best stuff. My best stuff's going over there.
Well,
in my opinion.
Yeah, so we do 3 episodes a week in order to get all this stuff out, because we have so much, right? 3 a week, but you know what? I do 1 a month now, and go. You want the rest of you? We'll still do 3 a week.
Yeah.
But you got to be in the game.
Yeah.
Right. You got to be paying for that.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Well.
I think you
appreciate it. Well, that's I'm glad we caught up.
I'm way glad we caught up.
Yeah.
Hey, will you play me a song real quick?
If I got a voice,
I know it's early.
No, I've been fighting my voice going out, but I'd probably do this. It's in 2. So I'll play a new one.
Cool. Love it.
There's a guy named George G. Vest.
Okay.
He was in Missouri in 1848, and his dog ran onto his neighbor's property, and his neighbor shot the dog. And he fought it all the way to Missouri Supreme Court by himself, representing himself that a dog is not a dog, it is a family member.
Okay.
And his closing argument is called The Eulogy of a Dog.
Okay.
And he won.
Awesome.
And when my dog passed away, my best friend sent me The Eulogy of a Dog, and I read it. And I wrote this song like 6 months later and I call it The Eulogy of a Dog.
Cool.
Yeah, he don't judge me. Doesn't see my wrongs. Everywhere I go, he loves to come along. He can feel when I'm down. Oh, and he loves every time I come around. Yeah, I've seen brothers turn on each other. I've watched love leave in the dead of night. I've had money come and go, and I've slept out in the cold, but he stayed right by my side. So when that day comes around and they lay me in the ground, he'll be faithful till the bitter end. That's why they call him man's best friend. He never has a bad day. Oh, and when I do, he takes mine away. He doesn't care that I play and sing, but he teaches me how to love simple things. Yeah, I've seen brothers turn on each other. I've watched love leave in the dead of night. And I've had money come and go, and I've slept out in the cold, but he stayed right by my side. So when that day comes around and they lay me in the ground, he'll be faithful till the bitter end. That's why they call him man's best friend. He won't be on this earth for long enough. Still he spends every day just wanting my love. We're lucky to have him, and that's a fact. We don't deserve a best friend like that. 'Cause I've seen brothers turn on each other, and I've watched love leave in the dead of night. And I've had money come and go, and I've slept out in the cold. He stayed right by my side. So when that day comes around and they lay me in the ground, he'll be faithful till the bitter end. And that's why they call him man's best friend.
That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Shanda already got you to autograph this one. You did the one last year for us, but thank you so much.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
That's so cool. I'm telling you, as soon as that is ready to launch, you call me.
What?
You got my your new deal, dude, and I'm going to go to work on mine.
Well, see, that's a brand new song, and I'm not putting it out. I'm only giving it away to people that want to support me.
Well, guess what? Well, the minute that's available, in fact, we probably ought to launch it. How long before you think this can be ready?
Oh, it's probably still about 6 months. Yeah. It'll probably be the first of next year-ish.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, it's going to be a lot because it's got to be like encrypted.
Yeah.
And it's got to be like, people can't mostly share these things. Like I've got to stop a lot of that because what people are going to do is think that they're cool and they have a song of yours that they think the world needs to hear and they're going to leak it, and I'm like, that's not the point of this.
Yeah, can they encrypt it to the point when you play something like that it garbles if somebody records it?
Not. I mean, they're like, look, people are. I talked to this company that I'm working with and out of Houston, and they're like, look, people are going to steal what they're going to steal. You kind of just have to sell them on. Look, man, just be the cool ones. Like my biggest thing, like don't be the people that leak it. Be the cool people that play for other people, and then get them to come sign up. So we'll see. I think a little bit's going to kind of probably happen just because people are.
Well, it might take me that long to put this together, but we got to do something different than what we're doing because we're giving our podcast away.
It's great.
But which we're kind of a news deal, but then again, there's a lot of expense that goes into this.
Once again, it's what it needs to be is that giving away stuff is fine if there's a thing for. Like I've kind of sold it on this thing about me. Like, I probably still have to put some songs out on some stuff. Maybe I'm not pulling all my stuff off Spotify. Like, I don't think I'll pull Texas Longhorn off because I'm not an idiot knowing that like people are playing it at every tailgate and doing their thing. Great. It brings me joy that it brings people joy.
Oh, it's such a cool song.
But what it needs to be, like you said, is that if you're doing 3 a week, if you want to see Lyle Lovett whenever I get them.
Well, if you want to see Lyle Lovett, you want to see
one.
Yeah, and you want to see Django Walker, and you want to hear the stories about Jerry.
And hey, by the way, he played a song that's not released yet, so no, I'm not putting it out to everybody.
Yeah.
I will put it out to people that are supporting me, and if you want to hear it and you love my podcast, then come do that, and trust me that I will give you better content than other people are getting.
We get believe it or not, we get a lot of unrecorded people. I don't know why they trust us, but they go, "Hey, I haven't recorded this. This is new."
Yeah.
And of course, our backlog has been so much that last year it would only took us probably a couple, maybe 6 weeks before we got yours episode out because you were so early in our deal. Yeah. Maybe not even that long. But we were months. We just released. We did our trip to Nashville in April, and we're just barely finished that series.
Okay.
So, but what we're trying to do is, we'll go, hey, here's one in a series. You want the rest of the series? Yeah. It's a subscription.
Yeah, and just saying like, hey, you're doing it to support us, and this is a yin and yang, a give and a take. So let's do it together, and then trust me that it'll get, when it comes in and I'm making money, it will be better.
I love it. Well, and it gives us better opportunities to go to. We got introduced to that Muscle Shoals Songwriter Festival. We haven't been, but man, we'd love to go to Muscle Shoals. I'm going to tell the Muscle Shoals story. Most people don't know that about Muscle Shoals.
Yeah.
We interviewed Taylor yesterday, and she's like, oh yeah. I mean, she's an Alabama girl,
she's
right?
full Alabama girl.
So anyway, we just there's so much cool content to share with people, and we appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks.
It's awesome.
It's always, brother.
Hey, from Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host, Byron Duffin, here with Mr. Django Walker. He's going to get some lunch, and we're going to take a break. Adios for now. See you somewhere down the road.